Well, welcome back, everybody. This is VW Baja Bug, and I'm Charlie. Today we're going to inspect these Panchito 044s. So I already took the valves, springs, keepers, retainers, everything out. And I'll tell you what, these seats down here look great. The valves came out no problem. They have a little bit of grease on them. I'll be cleaning all these up and lapping them after we're all done with this process. But here's the other side. All right, they look pretty good. There's only one small issue, and this is a common thing, and everybody kind of knows you need to clean this up. But on the exhaust ports on these, there's a little bit of a lip right here that needs to be smoothed out on both sides. On the number 2 side, it's a little more prevalent. It's a little bit more of a ridge right here. Right there. This is really close. There's barely anything there. But as you can see, that hole is like an oval. So we're going to fix this. We are going to clean this transition up here a little bit. Smooth this line off around here. And around here, we'll also clean this up. We'll probably clean this edge up just a little bit on the intakes. The intakes look real good. And behind the valve seats, that is a beautiful transition. It looks really good. My other heads were not even close to like that. So very nice. I'm a little nervous. I really do not want to touch these valve seats in here at all. I'm a little scared about that. But it needs to be done, so we're going to get her done. I've got to tell you, so far I'm really impressed with this set of heads. They are really well made. They're Autolina castings, but CB Performance did a 020 fly cut on these for me. That came out real nice, as you can see. So let's clean that oval hole up, and a little bit on the intake side too. We'll see how this goes. Before we get to grinding and cleaning up on these, I just wanted to mention, I asked a few questions about porting the exhaust on these. As you can see, the gasket is a lot bigger than the hole, and I've been told don't mess with that. It's a good thing that it's a little bit smaller. So we're not going to touch that. We have several different tools today. I got my trusty aluminum hoggers. These things will take some serious material out. I don't know how much I'm going to be using these, but they're on standby. I have this cross-cut one that's a little bit more mild of a cut. I just had to cut this shaft in half because this thing was like a foot long. I think the last time I used this was on my LT1 heads. We also have the Dremel on standby. This thing, believe it or not, is still alive. It makes all kinds of awful noises. I think it's pretty much burned up, but it should be good enough to clean up what we're doing. And then speaking of cleanup, we have R2-D3 over here waiting on standby to clean up all our shavings. So let's get to it. All right, I'm pretty much all set. Got everything ready to go. What I'm basically going to do is try and stay where them purple areas are, just to get the edge off of there. I am going to leave this tool right where it is. This thing's kind of rusty, so it stays where it is. So now I know what the difference is going to be. Got that ready. I got some gloves on. I'm definitely going to be wearing my mask because I found out the hard way the last time I did this that breathing these little particles of aluminum in is not good for you. And we got some lube. Let's get to it. Time to do some grinding with this baby. So you know what comes next. Super speed. Okay, that one is basically done. That did not take long at all. It's very minimal that you got to take off. I'm going to clean that up with the Dremel and the little cartridge roll. But it looks good. Very smooth. Feels good. No more ledge like that one. Okay, let's continue. Trying to get comfortable as I can. I do not want to screw this up. More lube. I started getting uncomfortable there. My hand felt like it was slipping, and I felt this rip on my hand, so I stopped. Stopped the tool, then pulled the tool out. But we're getting there, man. That's very close. I got to take a little bit off on the top here. It's still a little high. That's already feeling way better. All right, let's see what we got here so far. Oh, yeah. Much better. Yep, we got a lot more room in the bowl here. Excuse me. We got a lot more room in the bowl here. I could probably take just a little bit more down in the bottom here. I'm going to mark it with a marker, clean that up a little bit. And I'll do the rest of these, and I'll come back when I'm done. All right, we're back. And things went very good. I am a little shaky right now because that was super nerve-wracking. But I got to tell you that there's a video from Type E-motorsports that shows you exactly how to do this. And the guy's directions are awesome. He has flow numbers, everything. Check him out. I'll put a link to it up here. Check him out. But here's what we got. Get the light in here. Nice and smooth. So here's the difference. Here's our tool that is still in the same position, as you can see. I'm super happy because I did not nick the valve seats or the guides at all. I was very, very careful. While I was doing this, I had to keep telling myself, don't let your mind wander. Keep watching the tool. Keep watching the back of the tool. Keep watching this. Keep watching this. And basically what I was doing is I was using this part right here. And what I would do is I would start down so I could see where I was cutting and kind of pull my way up, pull my way up, pull my way up. And then that way I could really see what was going on and what I was taking off. But here's the difference. There's our tool. There you go. So it's nice and round now instead of oval. Most of the material was taken off of this area right here, where that lip was. But everything's nice and smooth now. There's no hard edges. It's rounded out. Feels good. No damage. Everything looks awesome. I'm psyched. That was nerve-wracking, man. That looks wonky, but it's not. There we go. This is nice and smooth. It took me about 20 minutes. What I did was I took the large part of the sharp edge off first and got it leveled down. And then from there, I worked my way from that ledge up a little bit to the valve seat. All on each one. So I did it in 2 phases. I took the heavy material off, and then I kind of transitioned it smooth so it's a straight shot. The intakes I didn't take a lot off. That was more of just smoothing out that line. All right, moving on. Gonna take the other one off the engine, do that one. I'm not gonna bore you with that. Oh, I'm also gonna take a little bit of sandpaper right here. Probably clean those threads out. There's just very minimal, nothing hanging off, but a couple little sharp edges, not a big deal. I probably don't even have to mess with that. It looks good. It looks so good. Okay, so that was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was nerve-wracking, yes, absolutely nerve-wracking, but it went well, and I'm psyched. I do have to thank the guy from Type E-motorsports. Great job, man. Your instructions were spot on. Even using the 2x4 to keep the head stable while you were working. Great tip. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. So I used the Dremel, and it worked good. I just went real slow and cleaned everything up. That is nice and smooth. Looks good. All right, time for some valve lapping. I cleaned this whole thing. I got all the garbage out of the valve guides. Once you think they're clean, clean them again, because there's stuff in there. Gonna take a little oil and a large Q-tip and swipe the inside of this guide because it's all been brake cleaned. Just a little bit. Looks pretty good. Slide this valve in here. Lots of oil in there. Moving smooth. Center this little suction cup. You could definitely hear the sound change. We're about 3/4 of the way up on the valve. And we have a nice gray area all the way around. That's very nice. Let's check this side. Gotta make sure you get all this lapping compound out of here. This stuff is nasty. You don't want it all over the place. These will get thoroughly cleaned. Soap, water, brake cleaner before they're assembled. Let's bring you in for a closer look. The gray line right here goes all the way around. It's evenly spaced all the way around, so we're good to go. One step closer. There goes. Looks good. A little shiny spot right there. I'm going to put that back in. Totally changed sounds. That looks much better. See what the other side looks like. Looks real good. Unfortunately, I need to take this cool tin off, remove these this mechanics wire, and take these jugs off, release the pistons, and I need to lap these jugs to the heads. You know what comes next? Super speed! Yeah, I probably just could have cut those off of there, but I can't find my mechanics wire, so unlace them for now. Here's one. Wow! It may be time to put this thing back on the engine stand. You know what? I got just the thing for that. I think I might take the starter off of here, but we can test this thing out. Now I just got to figure out where all my mounting bolts are. See if I can throw out my back. Alrighty then. That was easier. Man, things do not want to come off of there. Okay, now we can lap the cylinders to the head. All right, this is number 2. See how that did. All right, see for yourself. It all looks good until you get to right here. There's a line going through, so I'm going to drop it back in there for a couple more twists and we should be good to go. That's better. That one laid in there perfect. See the gray line all the way around the outside? Looks good. Did not take much at all to get these heads ready to rock. Recommended. I like these a lot. The 1-2 side of my new Panchito 044s from CB Performance, I believe, are almost complete. I have clearance the bowls. And I also lapped the valves. And I lapped the cylinder to the head. So that's pretty much good to go. Now we need to go through the process of CCing these chambers, making sure that I get the right compression ratio, and cleaning up these puppies again. These need to have all the crap cleaned off the bottom of them, and the shims and everything, and then we can start assembling again. And then from there it's going to be push rod time and all that. In the meantime, I'm going to try and do some work on the tins. We'll see if I record that or not. But that'll all be other videos. Poor clearance. All stripped down again. Well, we'll put a cover on them and call it a day. What's going on over here? Spock, are you hitting on R2-D3 again? All right, that's enough, you two. Get a room.